What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to the Upstate Music Mine podcast.
Another episode, another day in the Beat Slayer studio.
Another more sunny day. If you couldn't tell, we're rocking the shades here. It's the first episode of May.
I'm excited about
May
it.
6th.
Got my RC Colo brother over here. I got Bill Kerrigan over here. And we got you right out there. So thank you, UMMPod Nation, for being with us.
And it's the day after Cinco de Mayo, so
Yes.
hola, mi amigos.
Seis de Mayo, I think.
Seis de Mayo.
Yeah, they always, they say May 4th is, may the 4th be with you, but they always say beware the revenge of the 5th. So happy Cinco de Mayo. So.
And today's featured artist, shout out to the creator of the wonderful theme song you heard at the beginning of every episode.
You might have heard
Peters. Here's a really
that was
soft
his voice
version.
right there. And
It's a little low. I'll have to bring it up.
And you'll hear it. And just to get this in everybody's mind real quick, just how... That's what's on our minds right now, so we just want to make sure that's on your mind as well. It's extremely catchy. I don't know why.
UMMPod, yes, today's feature, Big Radio, is headlined by Mr. B.B. Peters, who created the theme song, as we've discussed a bunch on the show. So they're about ready to go, aren't they, for the phone call?
They already texted me. They're on standby. They are ready to go.
Okay, Radio Grande.
Big Radio,
sure
y'all.
Anything correct, but yeah. Let's hit them up.
We're calling them right now. Here we go. Big Radio.
I love
on
that
the
he's
phone.
BB jingle in your phone.
This is going to be BB and Jeff from Big Radio right here. Big Radio right here on the way.
Sorry, but you reached so-and-so company.
This is one of the longest rings.
They live far away, so.
Hello, this is BB.
This is they got we're gonna I told him 5 minutes. He said, hey, me and Jeff sitting here ready, and I said, okay, I'm call you 5 minutes, and he said, okay, and now I'm calling him.
All right, let's give
Big
BB
Radio.
another
Let's
jingle.
give Big Radio a call right here. You give BB Jingle a ringle.
BB Ringle.
BB Ringle. BB Peters.
BB Pringle. Once you pop.
Big Radio, may I help you?
Hey, Big Radio, what's up? This is Dr. Love Beats, RC Cola from Upstate Music Mine. How you doing?
Fabulous.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you guys are familiar of the show, being that you are the guy who wrote the theme song to.
Yep. I should play it. I was going to play it for you when you called.
Do it.
Oh, dude.
Hang on.
Grab the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
I got it here. Let's see. Where did I put it? I might have lost it. It's in my computer somewhere here. I don't have a guitar in hand. Rebuilding the studio over here. It's a mess. That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, we need to do a podcast on location in the BB Peter studio.
Yeah. Tearing the nightmare of tearing a studio apart to make it nicer and then put it all back together. Ugh.
Hey, you know what? That's a good idea, actually. When you're finished up with that, maybe, I don't know if Bill, if you're down with that, man, maybe we could actually bring some of our stuff out there and do a live episode, or not a live episode, but record.
Yeah, it'll be a nice looking little room with nice, beautiful, it's not huge, but it'll be killer with nice guitars and drum sets and recording gear all in the background. It's awesome.
We'll do a little special feature on BB Studios out there, man.
On location.
Yeah, cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm getting pretty busy with the whole jingle world, and I'm trying to kind of pull this little construction thing off in hopefully a month or less in between a couple of decent sized clients. Like, I don't want to tear it all apart and have to accomplish some work. So I'm trying to kind of sneak it in between what I think is going to happen. But I guarantee as soon as I unplug the computer, my phone's going to start ringing.
Well, I don't know if we're allowed to announce this, but I did hear through the grapevine, a.k.a. Love Beats, that maybe you did successfully land a client that we talked about on the show when we had you on. Can you reveal any of that?
Maybe. Is it a lawyer?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say the name either because we haven't done anything yet. But yeah, it's a local lawyer, a big one. Everybody will know who it is. And I signed like a little. It's called a non-disclosure agreement. To do business, you kind of got a first step. So we've gone that far, and I have made them music, and they've heard it, and they like it, and they want to move further with it. But we haven't gotten far enough yet for me to say anything.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
put it that way.
Yeah, man.
But hopefully that's happening.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely let us know. And yeah, man, that's super exciting for you.
No doubt. Hey, real quick, I want to intervene. I'm not alone. I got my man Jeff Schroeder here, also big radio. Say hi to him.
Jeff Schroeder, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
Good. So we got the main ingredients of big radio here on the show.
Yeah, there's one more. We got Jose, who sings predominantly as part of the away team band, and we're over at my house. Me and Jeff live kind of far off the beaten path up near almost Landrum, so we don't have the third member, Jose. And then of course we're expanding this also with Mr. Love Beats, who's sitting right next to you there, has been playing a couple drum gigs with us, and we really love that. And
nice.
We're trying to expand that. And then y'all's guest last week or whatever, Justin on the horn, came and played a gig with us, and it's just really cool. So, we're like an acoustic gig. It started off me and Jose, two guys. I play guitar, Jose sings. Then we got Jeff, so now it's two acoustic guitars, and all three of us sing a little bit. And
nice.
It's starting to grow, so then we got Beats keeping the beat on the drum set, and then we brought Justin on a horn, and this thing's getting really cool. And the gigs are coming, and the money's kind of going up, and so big radio is on the attack, bro.
Hell yeah. And folks, just so you know, Jose is the vocalist as well in the theme song as well, correct?
Right, yeah. It's
Correct,
full big
yeah,
radio. It's full big radio production.
That's right. Yep.
We should just say that now. It's a big radio song.
There you go. Big radio jingles.
Exactly.
How'd you guys link up and get this thing going?
Okay, so I've had the band in big radio for, golly, I would say in the 10 to 15 year range. And this, goes back to before I moved to South Carolina. I was in Louisiana and had a pretty cool band together, man. Big loud band, big full on rock band, not acoustic. And then anyway, I was moving. We didn't really break up, but I was moving. So, all right, boys, see y'all later. So I brought my family, me and my wife and kid moved up here to South Carolina. Band's over with. And so I originally left a banner, we got like a backdrop thing and a box of T-shirts at my parents' house. I did not bring it to South Carolina. Big radio's over. I'm gone. And the old drummer was going to go to my parents' house and get this banner thing. So I don't know how many months later, 6 months later, a year later, whatever, my dad says they were coming to visit. And he says, what do you want to do with this banner? Big radio banner. And I'm like, well, I thought Mike, old drummer guy, was coming to get it. He said, well, it's still sitting here. I said, well, okay, we'll bring it. So they came up to visit and drove the banner and my box of T-shirts here. And then it sat around here for, I don't know, another 6 months. And then me and Jose started talking about, getting out and doing a little acoustic gig, make a few extra dollars here on some weeknights. And I said, man, well, if you're interested in calling it big radio, it's kind of a turnkey. I already have a banner and T-shirts to go with it, a logo and the whole deal. And so that's kind of just, we jumped right back into it, and big radio kept on living.
Nice, dude.
That's kind of the story. It's a good name. It fits what we do. We play big songs off the radio, straight up hit tunes off the radio. We try to make them fun. We do a lot of medleys, a lot of simple tunes that all have the same chords in them. And, people just get a kick out of it, man. It's fun,
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Because as of, you're a jingle writer, you're a songwriter too. You know what people want to hear. It's like sometimes they just need a cover band, and
yeah.
But you do have a couple originals too, because obviously you are a talented songwriter as well. So, but it's not like you don't really play those unless the fans are asking.
Yeah, I haven't played an original tune live in so long. I forgot my own songs. I know that's terrible to say, but I mean, I like my original tunes. But I don't know. You go out and play and make money playing cover tunes. I mean, a lot of people think that sounds terrible and stupid, but hey, I'm making a living at it, so they can say whatever they want.
That's
right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, we just, I've been in so many bands starting off as a kid. I mean, I was sneaking in bars playing in a popular cover band when I was 16 that was like really popular down where I'm from. And, I saw it with my own two eyes. I mean, this little band was a bunch of goofballs playing a bunch of fun songs off the radio. Nobody was. I mean, everybody was a good player, but it was not a whole lot of seriousness in it. And we were out making more money than most day jobs I've ever had. I was 16 years old sneaking into the bar, and I mean, it was packed to the hilt. 2,000 seat venues every weekend, playing covers, man, just fun cover tunes. And so I've always known that it's an easy recipe for success, man. Play some covers and don't take it too serious, and have a beer and get people up to come on stage and sing. And it's all about a fun evening out for people, and I think that's really the focus. And if you want to play originals and be great at that and sell 1 million records, cool, awesome, go for it. But I mean, 4 nights a week, I'm out playing cover tunes and having a good old time doing it and getting paid. It's just fun to me,
That's right. That kind of segues that you're playing big radio. You can see them every Thursday at Southern Side Brewery, right?
Yeah, Southern Side has been turned into a home for us. We play there every Thursday. We love the place. We've gotten friends with all the staff members and everything. It's just been great. And then it's starting to expand. We're starting to pick up some Wednesdays at a place called the Mason Jar in Greer, which has been awesome. And, the other cool thing about, I think, what Big Radio has as a somewhat of a difference from other bands is we're acoustic still. So we're not loud. You can come see us and eat dinner, and we're not blazing away through the microphones and the PA system and ripping everybody's heads off. People can talk and have a conversation, and we're just kind of in the background having a good old time doing what we do,
Yeah, because I don't know if you've ever played in a loud rock band before, but
my ears are hurting from playing last night, I got to tell you.
Well, that's cool, dude, man. I love playing in Big Radio.
We love having you, Beats.
Dude, we did a private party like he was talking about, and I'm telling you, like we had just, I don't know, we had the ideal kind of party experience, and everybody was able to still have a conversation, eat their food, and we still rocked the house. So it was a really cool time.
So my man Jeff's sitting here, he's got an interesting story too. I'm gonna let you tell him, but we met each other, and several months go by, and he never tells me he plays guitar, right? And he knows I'm a professional musician. I don't know how this slipped his mind. So one day I go to his house, and there's this old beat up acoustic guitar hanging on the wall. I mean, it's like unplayable. I was like, well, whose guitar is this? He says, I used to play a little bit in high school, so I'll let him tell you the rest of the story. How he ended up in Big Radio from that.
Yeah, so, I said, well, I'll come out and watch you play and see you and Jose. And I went down. They played in downtown Greer, just him and Jose, and I went down and watched them. And, a lot of the songs they played, they kind of cut short because they didn't play any guitar solos or anything in there. BB was only playing the guitar. Jose was singing. So they couldn't really play any of the solos. And I know BB can rock those solos out. So I told him, I said, man, if I could probably get enough chords down. I'll tell you that the history of me playing guitar goes back to I'm a teacher, and I've worked with kids my whole life. And back in the day when I was in high school, I was running summer camps and working at summer camps, and we bust out the guitar around a campfire and kumbaya and do the hokey pokey and things like that. I mean, I maybe knew a half a dozen chords, and it was enough to get by. And I told BB, I said, man, I might be able to play a few chords so you could play the solo parts, And I brought the guitar over one night, and we practiced the song together, and I got it down. And he said, well, come down to Southern Side. We're playing, and you can come up and play the song. And sure enough, I showed up at Southern Side with a guitar in hand, and he brought me up to play the song. And then he said, well, stay here and try this song, because this one is just these chords. And he told me the chords, and before I know it, I ended up playing the whole damn gig with him.
Played the whole set, right?
That was that. And I'll tell you, back in the day, we had Guitar Magazine and tablature and things like that we used to learn. And it was a lot of teach yourself. And I wasn't good at teaching myself. I guess you got to know something good to teach yourself. But, I learned more from BB in a few hours that night than I ever taught myself back in the day. So I got a bunch of chords under my belt now. I'm pretty confident playing with them. And you won't see me rocking any lead guitar solos or anything like that. But I love playing the rhythm and doing some harmonizing with the vocals. And boy, I tell you, he is spot on. It is a damn good time. We just go up there and have some fun together.
Yeah, I think maybe one of the reasons I like the band so much is BB is a drummer first, and like BB, let it be said, I wanted to be recorded. If I play guitar, I'd play guitar like you. I feel like you play lead guitar like I want to, like a drummer wants to, or something.
Yeah, I'm only playing drums on the guitar. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I get it. It makes sense to me. I don't know.
That's right.
Remember when you were standing over me at Mason Jar? You was like, dude, I'm playing your drum parts here on the guitar. Like, it was like we're one instrument together.
We're one. We're one together, bro. We speak the same language. I'm just holding a different instrument. That's what's up.
But
so, other than Thursdays, are there any other gigs you guys have lined up here that you?
Yeah.
You
Okay. So this week in particular happens to be a big one for us. So Jeff here's birthday is which day is your birthday exactly?
Wednesday, May 1st.
All right. So Wednesday is Jeff's birthday, and we're playing the Mason Jar that night. So shout out to the Mason Jar on Wednesday, and that's a 6 to 9. Great little spot to eat. Like I say, we're not loud. It's a cool little environment. All right, the next night is Thursday, which is our weekly Southern Side, and we are officially playing outside on a brand new stage over there. They got like a big new setup, and so that's Thursday 6 to 9 also, and that's every week. And then Friday, it's Big Radio once again at Pinky's with the in Taylor's with all the video games in the place. It's a really killer spot.
Pinky's Revenge.
Yeah, Pinky's Revenge.
I'm excited. They just added ice cream, and I'm gonna get me a root beer float.
There you go.
What are you guys' respective favorite video games?
Oh,
If you,
man.
I know that's tough, but pick one of your
Yeah,
favorites.
well, that's
How about
all
that?
from our generation. Like, video games to us were big machines, and nowadays, of course, it's a home.
Right? Yeah, let's
a
go
home
old
gadget
school.
with a headset. Yeah, so I grew up with the Pac-Mans and the Donkey Kongs and the hell. I'm so old. We used to play Pong. I had Pong on the TV when I was a kid.
yeah.
Love Pong.
Right?
Bill's
But yeah,
over here saying,
it's
you like
a
that
fascinating
Pong.
place that
Pong,
they've even
pong,
found those games and keep them alive and keep them working. I mean, it's pretty. If you've never been to Pinky's, it's an amazing spot of like nostalgia, and all those machines are plugged in, working. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
You know?
and they don't take quarters. They got them all set up so you walk up and push the start button. They
Right.
charge you what 10, 12
Yes.
bucks, something like that, to get in and you get
Nice.
to play all the games you want all night.
Yeah, it's hundreds.
And listen
Yeah,
to Big Radio.
That's-
right.
Come on,
And Big Radio.
come on.
That is cool. That is a better way to do it. But to be honest, I wish they would have just like a little quarter machine. That's part of the nostalgia for me. It's just like
That's right.
hearing all the jingle come out and
I'm with you.
Actually, you know what's interesting? They do have a few games in there that use quarters. They do have the old school quarter machine, and those machines, they collect the money out of those machines and donate it to cancer research.
that's amazing. Wow.
Super cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Pinky's is a cool spot. So to all the listeners out there, if you haven't been there, it's an adult place. So there's a bar, you can get a cocktail, and it's about 200, I'm guessing, old school vintage full size arcade games in the same room. It's pretty, and a band. It's awesome. It's awesome.
A
What's
barcade,
exciting
as they say.
for Big Radio on a Friday night at Pinky's is that's a gig that is 21 and over. And I'll tell you, it's super hard to contain this guy over here, BB, to a family environment and not let out what he wants to let out.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fun. It's always fun, but it's just it's a different experience for sure.
All right. Well, Beats, you got anything else for the fellas here? I think we'll start wrapping up here in a sec.
Yeah, be on the lookout for Big Radio, y'all. Thanks for
With
being on the
beats
show,
in the band, I hope.
dudes.
Woo! With beats in the band, keeping
Let's do
the
it,
beats. Right.
And if you want to reach out to BB and get some production done too, you want to give them some
Yeah, I
information.
have a little website that's it says BB's Studio. That's bbzstudio.com.
Nice.
All right, you heard it,
That's
folks.
it.
All right, fellas, thanks for coming on the show, man. Keep in touch. I'm sure I'll see you guys rocking out there soon.
Let me play y'all something real quick for an outro here. Hold on.
Oh yes.
Here it comes. Woo! Upstate Music Mine!
Yes, sir.
Upstate Music Mine.
Yo! All right, fellas, thanks for the call.
All right,
Good luck
thank
with
y'all.
Upstate Music Mine podcast. Thank y'all. We'll see you soon.
All right, talk to y'all soon.
Thanks, brother.
Peace.
All right, I did almost tell them at the end, but it was such a nice little conversation about pinkies. Sorry, fellas, this episode's actually the 6th, so there's a little behind the scenes
I
for
was
you.
hoping our listeners just wouldn't notice. Be like, oh, wait.
Yeah.
What?
So sometimes we record in the future. So mystery revealed.
Ta-da!
So I was thinking, man,
What's up?
I'm thinking about throwing a curveball at you.
Sweet. Okay.
What if we double feature this? Well, we just double feature this episode because
Okay.
then we'll already have 3 still.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because our man just walked in the room with a kitty, and I'm so curious. I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen, we can't make this gentleman wait any longer.
No, I don't think we can.
I can't.
Tell him who it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, a man that goes by many names. You might know him as Josh. You might know him as Wade. You might know him as Razor. We know him as Josh Wade Razor Bowers, ladies and gentlemen, my ham brother.
Sorry, I just messed everybody up by throwing the curveball. We were going to do separate episodes. I just felt like, you know what? I think the 1-2 punch this episode will just have so much juiciness.
I didn't want to
Yes.
wait. I didn't want to make him wait any longer either. Honestly, I was like, I wanted to jump up and hug him as soon as he jumped in the rocked in the room. So
Crawl across the table just to see you.
Well, shit, it's good seeing you again, man.
Yeah, you too.
So
How y'all
yeah,
doing?
to
Good.
bring it in perspective, just to give you a perfect introduction, if you don't know Wade already, sings in Black River Rebels, sings in The Accuser, has his own project, has PB&J, has so many projects you can see him around town. He also, a big part of it, he's Robbie's cousin from our episode a few episodes back.
Yep.
And then the biggest part is that me and Josh lived together at the Ham House together, and we were in our own band together called Ham.
Ham.
So
Hampton Avenue Mafia.
he has probably been my
okay.
longest running roommate, like because Josh was there the longest, and we went from side A to side B together.
I switched rooms a couple times.
Switched rooms a couple
Yeah.
times. And
World
but
famous
and then
Hampton Avenue.
and then when you still hang out with a roommate after you live with them, that means you're still like really good friends.
Yeah. We
So
loved each other a whole lot. Still do.
and you know what's funny is that back at the house at Ham House, you brought a kitty cat, and now it's like you got a new chapter. You got a new kitty cat with you. So
This cat came to me. I was working for the band Heart, and it just came running into the practice pad, Matt Fastis's business, and straight to me, past 15 other people, straight to me. I just got through saying the day before, I'm not doing pets anymore. I've had too much heartbreak. And then I looked down and was like, damn it.
it's like this kitty cat right there on the corner of practice pad. That's a dangerous intersection.
So this kitty bypassed the Heart band members even and ran to you.
Straight to me.
Absolutely.
It saw your soul.
But
knew
then
when
everybody there took care of him all day. They took turns holding him. We got him a box to be in. He was half the size he is now. And that was just 3 weeks ago. So he's growing fast. He's a hellion.
And what's
Barracuda.
perfect
his-
heart name,
Oh,
right?
that is amazing.
Yeah, named him Barracuda.
Would it be? I know the people are like, "Damn it, let me see this kitty." Can we get a shot of it?
I was
Can we-
just wondering
Absolutely.
if we could hang him from, like, he's in a backpack. Put that out there first. We just had a way to put him up on the ceiling over there.
We had
he's
a
in like a
chain.
green
I mean-
screen, so you could maybe put him in an aquarium or
Yes.
something cool up on a mountaintop.
Very Barracuda, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that.
He's just like chilling the most. He
that
went to
odd?
Flipside Art Festival with me yesterday and just soaked up all the love. He doesn't know where to look. Hey, buddy.
It's camera shy.
Yeah, it's like this light.
Oh yeah, there it is.
He is a
People would rather look at this than me. I
he's
promise
a
you
cute guy.
That is
Case alone.
that. Sweet kitty there.
And now you have a permanent connection to Heart. I feel like
I do. Yeah. It
Like-
made perfect sense to name it. It was either going to be Hart or Barracuda or Dreamboat Annie, but he's a male, so that wouldn't have worked.
Barracuda Wilson.
His nickname could be Barry, maybe. I don't know.
I've been calling him Barry. That's
Look at
actually
that.
everybody else is like, oh, Cuda. I'm like, nah, Barry.
Barry, yeah.
Sweet man.
It's way cooler to have a Barry.
I think that just like looking at him, Barry, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's responding now. So yeah, kitties and music. That's going to be the theme today, of course.
Kitties and music, lots of heart, and you might be able to hear a few kitty things in the background. So like
Yeah, you might
Barry's
hear 'em.
getting in on the episode as much as
Just mowing.
just mowing away.
Yeah.
And speaking of kitties, it reminded me of jingles because of BB and the meow 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 meow. What was that?
Meow 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 mix.
Yeah. That was an epic jingle of all time. But Let's get to your music, though.
Cool.
We got some new stuff.
I am working on, so I'll just put it all out there. I have a lot of projects, I think 7 now.
7 projects.
Oh, my.
Black River Rebels being sort of the main one. We're working on an album this year, so hopefully it'll be out at the end of the year. The Accuser, we just put out the first of maybe 5 chapters of EPs that we're going to do. So we put that out 3 months ago. We put the first chapter out. There's going to be 5. I don't know. I'm sure at least 1 more will happen this year, maybe 2. Then I'm in another band called War Milk, and it's actually in its like infancy, but me and TJ Jones and Joe Power, who are also PB&J, we have War Milk, and we're just kind of writing right now. We're not going to play any shows until it's all done.
I'm excited for that.
And so then my Wade Razor, which is my solo moniker, I'm recording an album with Matt Fassis at the practice pad, and we're just kind of taking our time with it and trying to let the songs like become what they can. I think Love Beats is going to play drums on some of it.
Absolutely.
Meow.
I wrote like 20 songs. A lot of those I've just had for years, like almost the 22 years of my entire career. Like some of them I wrote a long time ago. So they've become like new versions, and then I have new ones that I wrote while writing the album just because I needed to have as many songs as possible. I doubt that many will make it onto the album, but we're going to try to pick the best and put that out there. Been working with Matt, and it's been really awesome because I've always respected him, love him as a musician and as a friend and brother, and he's just got the ear for it, and incredible guitarist. And if you've listened to Matt Fassis' albums, he's really good at, there's like background stuff going on that's really interesting, and I like the trippy psychedelic. I'm doing something that nobody would really expect me to do. Psychedelic disco pop is the genre I'm calling this.
Nice.
So the album's going to be called Collapse, and thematically it's got sort of a story going on, but it's also like this like things that happen to me in my life. So yeah, stay real busy. And then as far as the other bands, I have Butter Jelly, which is TJ Jones and I duo. PB&J's Joe Power on drums, me TJ singing and playing guitar. And then I have Razor Laser, which is the newest project with Derek D-Rock Landers, or as I call him, Dracula. Count Dracula joined the Black River Rebels recently, so we now have a percussionist. And then, what else do I have? Oh, me and Joe Power, if we play, we're Power Razor. So there's a lot
Razor
of
Laser because of TJ Laser?
Yes, it was because he was in
that's...
TJ Laser, and we were just like...
Keeping the laser alive.
It could have been Razor Rock. That didn't seem like it made as much sense. So.
Yeah, the laser, I think was... I mean, he's one of the Laser
D-Rock.
brothers keeping it going, you know? So I do like paying homage to that.
It's good to see him out playing again.
Yes.
And that's a cool addition to the Black River, like not one that you would see. That's
You wouldn't think it would work. It does. I've had people tell me, like, how does that make sense? Like, well, if you ever listen to Black Sabbath, you notice Ozzy actually plays a lot of percussion stuff. He's like doing bongos and stuff sometimes. So I think it fits perfectly. It just adds another dynamic to it.
right, like it's
really
probably
cool.
been on more records than we really think. Yeah. But you know, we just don't see it, so or it's not in the music video.
Yeah.
But man, that's something else I really like about you and all your projects. You really have a good you're also an artist, you know, visual artist, but you also do the way you do your music videos and stuff. You have a story, you can really act and put on makeup, and so just elaborate on some of the music videos and some of your art a little bit, that another side of you or whatever.
So yeah, as far as the music videos, we really enjoy theatrical stuff. It's like that old shock rock, like Alice Cooper, you know, that kind of thing. And then when we were doing all those videos with Brando Jones, the ones that had like, you know, it was almost like watching a movie. That album, Devil May Try, was a concept album, so it was all one story. And we were kind of hoping to do a video for every song, but then like things happened, COVID happened, we lost 2 members of the band, or people left or shifted around. So it got hard we couldn't feasibly afford to make a music video for every song. But the album did come out, and it's on all the streaming sites and stuff. And then as far as the other thing, the visual art, I didn't really know I had in me until, I guess about 6 years ago, maybe 7 years, I was working at Got Rocks, and this girl named Gina came in to do a paint and sip class, and I was working. And so she was like, well, if you want to participate, you can. So I was trying to pay attention, but also serving people beers. So I just kept kind of painting my own thing. And she came over there afterward and was like, that's really cool. Like, you should keep doing this and see what you come up with. And then I just really enjoyed it. So I did. So as if I didn't have enough going on, now I paint and stuff. Took some time off from doing art shows in the past year or two. And I hadn't really done much because I got so busy with doing solo shows. So like I said, I've been on stage with bands for 22 years. I didn't start playing solo shows or acoustic publicly until 2020. And I was kind of just forced to find whatever work I could because we all got shut down, and I'm a bartender also. So like everything that I did was very affected by that. So we're doing like social distanced porch shows for people and stuff like that. And it got me out there and playing and writing more, and my voice, I feel like, got exponentially better once I started doing solo stuff.
See, because I remember when we were living at the Ham House, you weren't doing solo shows. You would play acoustic guitar at the house, but you weren't doing solo gigs. Like, when we did Ham stuff, it was like mate would bring the guitar for one or two songs. It wasn't like a steady thing.
I'm definitely not a guitarist. I'm a singer, but I've gotten a lot better rhythmically. I'm not doing any leads or anything when I'm playing, except on the solo album. I'll probably have some on there, but it has been really cool to become a guitarist, and now I play in the Rebels as well. And we kind of do it where I do like 3 songs on the guitar, 3 songs off, because I'm kind of like a chained pit bull when I have the guitar on.
I was about to say, you probably, because you started off with all that freedom, like with Not It, and then it's like learning the instrument, and then you're right, you're chained down, man. Like,
I have not been kind to my body over the past 22 years on stage, and so I am an animal up there. And I used to be worse about just destroying myself up there. I would just always try to put on a show. And so when you put the guitar on me, I'm not as comfortable, so I have to kind of stay put. But the good thing about it is it gives me a chance to breathe. Because a lot of times by the end of the show, I'm hyperventilated for an hour and a half. And then it's like, well, I could die. It'd be cool.
So it helps you naturally balance yourself out. Like, and then like Robbie's like, oh, I can play guitar solo, and you can do just, here's the rhythm, back it up, and you shred or whatever.
Yeah. And Robert's a phenomenal guitarist, and he's the most patient man ever, because when Jimmy, our newest bass player, Jimmy Harper, joined the band back in 2020, that's when I transitioned to playing some guitar, and Jimmy hadn't really played bass in this type of band. He's played in punk bands and stuff. So he and I both had like a little bit of a learning curve, and Robert has just been like super patient with us. He's never gotten angry with us. He, sometimes shows us how to do it, and now we've gotten to where we're like holding it down on our own, and it's really cool to finally a guitarist.
See, like, even though you've been a musician forever, you're still growing. Like, it's like, that, I feel like the same way about myself is like you're not supposed to just stay stagnant. Like, you keep doing something new, becoming a better guitarist or whatever.
When are you going to start playing guitar?
I really want to learn how to play bass. I have a bass back there.
I could see you being a good bass player.
The plan was, or the plan still is, like, I was really starting to learn bass, and then I started to lean into DJing more, and I was like, dang, I can make more money DJing, and there's, like, nobody's really asking me to play bass.
I've got a DJ joke for you. Jimmy Harper told me this. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
What did the DJ name his son?
What's that?
Eric.
Eric.
I hit the microphone.
Oh,
I didn't know I was going to get a treat. A little scratch and sniff. It smells good.
There you go. Yeah, we haven't had any drops yet.
I know. What do I just laughing on the drops.
We had so many.
Add that in. Yeah.
That was like audience, that was like clapping or a waterfall. And it made me have
It was actually clapping under a waterfall. Can we do it again?
The crowd of people.
What was that?
I was trying to do a waterfall. Don't set me up. Fucking waterfall.
Y'all have signals for this?
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh, I love drops.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Agreed.
All right. So out of the 7 projects, let's get back to this really quick here.
Oh, man.
You have a plethora of options here to choose from, but we always, of course, want to feature some music from you.
Sure.
So is there a song you have in mind maybe that we can slide in this
Or
episode?
we could play a music video. Because we're a video.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
either one.
um,
We can play music
I'm
video
down
too.
if you want to play the newest Rebels music video, Time Hooker, or any of the new Accuser songs. I brought a guitar, just in case.
We do want to do that too.
Yes, we want to double
love an
dose.
in studio and performance.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll do the latest Time Hooker,
Yeah.
the music video, showcase that side, and then also if you could do an in studio performance, we would love to hear.
Definitely.
Yeah, drop it in.
There it was, folks. So yeah, I think we should let him get a live performance in here if you're ready.
You set this thing up?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see here.
And while that's happening, I will have a little background music of Matt Fastest, B-Side of a Dream. Yeah, I hear you playing like a
Satellite interference.
satellite interference.
There we go. I'm surprised by that.
Disturb. 'Cause I might have to cheat with the lyrics.
Well, I stand at the edge of this cliff, flapping with my featherless wings. My mind's aimed at the skies. I can see the birds start circling, breaking at me, just trying to get some sanity to make it to the end of the day. But I hear it ever sweeter, there's a struggle in the tune, thinking melodies are something to play.
It is that.
You mean I might have a music stand,
Get on my leg.
or
It
that
should be fine.
that drum pad behind you might hold it.
I think it'll be alright. I just want to move that leg. Alright, let's get this thing in the right place. I know I've been so busy, I didn't have a chance to like sit down and like figure out what song I wanted to play, but when I stopped at home to get the guitar, I was like, I better play something. Make sure I know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay.
All right, this is Wade Bowers.
This one's called Jester. Tears I never sing alone, so I sit myself and do contain myself. When the water fills this house, I sink to the bottom for one last laugh. My future lies in a box under my bed. My future lies in a unlocked box underneath my bed. Turn this self-made draft into an aquarium. When you come back to view, the pieces of me as a single swam. Would've told me apart for you if you'd live again. Would've told me apart for you. You don't want me around anymore. I'm your dopamine cloud. In the other rod I stick, in the other rod I stay. Love you can eject in Jester. In the other rod I stick, in the other rod I stay. Love you can eject in Jester. Manic panic moves me, too much to take from my friends. When I remove their fool, they finally see just what I am. I paint my face in jungle glass. Paint my face with broken glass. You don't want me around anymore. I'm the dopamine clown. In the other rod I stick, in the other rod I stay. Love you can eject in Jester. In the other rod I stick, in the other rod I stay. Love you can eject in Jester. If I'm a sober cat, would you fantasize what the cutting of my seams was to your skin feel like? If someone were to intervene and to stitch me up where the bottom lies, would I dance again someday an empty figurine where the bottom lies? If you ever see my heart again, I hope you chew it up and just swallow pride. In the nation of your jaw, interact with the lie your teeth try to hide. My tail, your lie. I'm who I was right. As you choke on him, in the other road I stick, in the other road I stay. Love you can eject in just in the other road I'll stick, in the other road I'll stay. Love you can eject in just
Yeah, man.
I'm already singing the chorus. In the other road I stay. In the other road I stay. I was already singing that by the end of it, dude. I really like that,
some
dude.
harmonies on the album with me on that.
There you
I'm
go.
up to try to.
With special guest Barracuda in the background.
Yes. Those berry harmonies. Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, Wade Bowers live in studio on UMMPod. That's
That's right.
original right there,
Thanks
baby.
for having me.
Dude, thank you
Coming
for
by,
being
man.
here. Thank you for bringing Barry. Dude, do you want to do this day in music with us real quick?
Sure.
Before you, you gotta, might as well just finish the whole show with us. So
do it.
we do a little segment where we just look at what happened this day in music. And usually we only say happy things that happened on this day in music. Don't relate anything to any death or anything like that. So
Are we doing death this time?
So it happens
that's
it happens all the time.
He always calls me out. I just read what's on there, and half the shit is people who passed away. But I would try to keep it more positive. So let's try
be
to.
dying.
People be dying. People be living. People be dying.
So what's the day?
Today is actually May 6th. So that's the episode release.
Yeah. I don't know if you knew that. Surprise. So
Yes.
then when you wake up one day, you're like, man, what day is
It's
it?
like, damn, time flies.
Today is
Great.
We're not too hungover from Cinco yesterday. So, but on this day, Oasis scored their first #1 hit with Some Might Say.
I was about to sing it, and I was like, I don't think I know that one. I was just gonna. I was like, generally gonna say, some might say.
And
but
that was almost 30 years ago. That was in 1995.
95 is almost 30 years. That's trippy.
Also on this day in 1973, Paul Simon embarked on his first solo tour. We all remember
Paul
that
Simon.
tour, right?
Get on the bus, Gus.
There it is.
And
You're on the
damn,
tour bus, Gus.
this was actually one of the least active days in history of music. So let's make something happen today. Someone go do something today significant in the music world.
May 6th.
Wade, can you
I'm going to do something so.
do something
amazing.
epic?
This,
We have how many hours left in the day? You can make it happen.
Yeah.
This is kind of a. I don't know if this is the right. It might be a cheap plug, but it is the day after Who Am I just released their debut album.
Yes, we do need to mention
So on
that.
Cinco de Mayo, Who Am I has just released It's Not Gonna Rain.
I got to catch up. I need to listen to
Go
it. Been out
straight.
for a whole day.
It's been out for a whole day.
For 24 hours.
I know all the people at UMMPod Nation is like, why didn't you tell me about this? I'm telling you about it after.
Part of that was my fault from saying the impromptu, but I think that makes this episode fucking awesome. Honestly,
I do
everything
too.
that we got into the one
So,
episode.
surprise, we're making history today because this is the day everyone listened to it yesterday.
Well,
Today, we make history.
That's right. And we have some birthdays to run through though, so let's run through some here. There was a man named Ronnie Hilton.
Ronnie Hilton
And he was a
started
radio host, or maybe he was a radio host, folks. It
say
doesn't
he
clarify.
I think you should just make up all the names. Like, you just make up what they did.
like
The band radio
Owner
host.
of every Hilton.
I was going to say that. I was going to say this is the.
He had a
exact-
very big slut of a granddaughter. Also on this day is Bob Seger. Happy birthday, Bob Seger.
Oh, we know that. Bob, happy birthday.
Also,
turn that page.
John Flansburgh, and he's in They Might Be Giants.
They might be giants.
Happy
Okay.
birthday. Also, Chris Shiflett of the Foo Fighters, was born on this day.
Yes,
Happy birthday,
no use
Chris.
for name. Yes, he's an awesome guitar player.
And finally, Meek Mill was born on this day. Happy birthday, Meek Mill. But special shout out to my son. It's my son's birthday. Happy birthday, Lucas. So I gotta give him a shout out too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, so that's a
Happy
quick this day in
birthday,
music.
Lil Stern.
We forgot to even do the damn drop. Shout out to Matt Crisp. That went through like
You got
a
it on the
time
way out. You got it on the way out, Crispy.
It happened.
All right, folks.
Wow.
That was fun, man.
That was
It was jam
Thanks for
packed.
having me.
That was a
fun.
jam-packed episode. Thank you for being here, my ham brother. Thank you for bringing Barry. Bill, thank you for bringing the film and doing plethora films. Catatonic 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want to get Bill on anything, RC Cola. Thanks for starting the show and drinking RC Cola all the time.
Oh,
Hey, man.
Robbie shouted me out, so I got to shout.
Oh, yeah.
Robbie Boggs out.
There you go.
He
Our
will
other ham
definitely
brother.
listen to this show.
He's
Yeah,
our
one
trio.
more time,
Shout out
really
to
quick.
A round of applause
Shout out
for
to Robbie,
Barry.
but also to Barry. Everybody.
Robbie, Barry,
Yeah,
the
boy.
HumpPod Nation. Our first in studio kitty cat. And member of Heart. This is a member of Heart, by the way.
He really almost went on the bus with them. They were trying to figure out how to, the bus. They had 7.
One of the 7.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
I was really expecting you to go on tour with Heart too.
It almost happened.
I was waiting for it. All right, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for listening. We'll see y'all next week on UMMPod Nation. Peace.
Out.